Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It could go either way. I agree with you 100%. I still think that Bernie has a very narrow path, as he puts it, to victory here. I think that
Okay.
Biden is
Oh, he's
so
done.
frail and fragile. No, I think that he's done.
Bernie?
If things, yes, Bernie. I think that Biden could die before fucking November, dude.
Yeah, I think everybody's on that team.
Yeah, actually,
I think everybody's on that team too, and I think that Biden is in that top
Especially
0.1%
with the coronavirus
of people.
going around, guys.
The only
Not only is he
reason-
old, he looks frail,
Yeah.
extra weak and frail.
The only reason I haven't paid Kyle his $100, where he said it was going to be Bernie or Biden, is I am holding out hope that when Biden dies, surely in the next couple of months that's going to happen, that someone other than those two. Now the bet was who would be announced at the national convention, right? That was the bet. And I believe it's possible that if for some reason Biden doesn't get it, even though it seems like he's going to earn it, if Biden doesn't get it, maybe he dies, that they'll pick someone else. Maybe Cuomo, maybe probably Buttigieg, right? He's the one everybody wants.
Can you
People
do
are
that?
saying.
Like, wouldn't that just
Yes.
kind of like take their entire primary process and be like, no,
No,
we're
that's
not
how it
going
works.
with the second runner-up. We're just going to pick a new
That's
guy.
exactly
The
how
answer
it
is
works.
you can do that legally. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They-
That's
they-
not
They
fair.
could pick Woody. They could pick Woody.
It would be a bad move.
What an unfair system.
It's not meant to be fair. It's a party system. This is not a government body. This is not a governmental body of any kind.
That's
This
fair.
is a private organization. This is no different than the fucking Moose Club or the
Kyle's-
fucking Masons.
They
Kyle's
do better roll with the
100%
second
right,
place guy.
but it doesn't feel right. It does feel like the Democratic Party is supposed to be a government organization.
Oh, it's
doesn't it?
wrong that it exists that way, but I'm right that it does exist that way.
Agreed and agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
people are going to be pissed if it's like, all right, number one guy dies, number two guy's Bernie, and then they just swoop in and it's like, nope, we're going with this fucker over here. Like,
I can't name
what better way to alienate Bernie voters?
I can't name the specifics, but it's absolutely happened before where like there was a front runner going into the convention and there was a lot of backroom handshaking and fucking
Cigar
blackmail and
smoking.
yeah, like it's a key plot point in Boardwalk Empire where like I think it was Hardin. I think Hardin there was the Hardin candidacy or something like that where like Nucky Thompson's backroom dirty politician friends were like, "Oh, you think that guy's going to be president?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's leading all the polls. He's going into the convention riding high." Like, no. Meet Billy here. We're making him president. And it's just like, shit, they are making him president. And they just do. The votes keep coming in. They go, they do the votes over and over, like when they're looking for a new pope. Right. And finally, the fucking black smoke comes out the chimney and it's somebody you didn't even think it was going to be.
Yeah, that is how it works. They've tried to make it less like that. You know, they removed super delegates, for example, so that one guy doesn't start with a giant lead. And they're practically compelled if the guy gets, is it 60%? I forget what the number is, but if you get enough delegates, if it's a narrow win, then they decide in a back room. If it's a widespread win, then they don't. But we'll see. I think there is a chance, there is a path where people are just like, all right. I know the voters chose Biden, but seriously, you know, he's a flashlight with dim batteries headed into the woods.
If he continues to embarrass himself and they realize the emperor's lights are a little dim, I think that could happen. Like if he truly embarrasses himself, like if he like had a fit. Like what
if, for example, he challenged a union worker to a fist fight and a fat dude to a push-up contest?
No. I'm talking about a humiliation. I'm talking about true humiliation. Like, and for it to happen,
Like he poops his pants in the middle of the debate.
No, it's got to be worse than pooping his pants. Like first of all, it can't be some sort of telecast thing because they'll cut away. They'll cut away right away. It has to be all the cameras are there, and there are cell phone cameras.
Taking a picture with a Girl Scout troop with his dick out.
like that might do it. He has to literally forget what year it is, or like who his opponent is. He has to start thinking that he's the current vice president or something like that.
He did something like that already. He was like, when I was with Barack in 2000.
No. That's him misspeaking a little. He has to lose it and then break down and like cry. Like you have to see like
or if his teeth fall out all the way.
People run with the misspeaking thing, I think, a little too much, right? You know, like I'm sure I've said PKN when it's PKA on the show, and that's just a misspeak, right?
Well, I don't want you to be president either.
No.
But if
No,
they're-
I would vote for any of the four.
Listen up. I'm
If
going to
they-
be replaced